Welcome to episode 10 of From a Dad's Perspective. This week, actually today, tomorrow when this video goes up, but when you're watching it, it'll be today. Um, I'll be going in for oral surgery to remove two of my wisdom teeth, the ones on the bottom here. The one on the right side has been impacted and it came in at an angle. Um, has been rubbing up against one of my wisdom teeth. It's kind of reason why I haven't really been doing any editing or videos because I've been dealing with tooth pain since Thanksgiving. Luckily, it's kind of subsided, but I'm at the point right now where I go in tomorrow and they're going to remove those two. They're going to remove the molar right next to the wisdom tooth that it's sitting next to because it created a cavity and it's needs to be pulled. Um, and then I have a tooth that kind of broke off years ago, and I had went in to go try to get it fixed. Um, oh man, probably like before my son was born, or maybe after he was born. So you're looking at like 9, 10 years ago. Uh, so but my insurance wasn't that great. Uh, but now, I'm going in to get four teeth removed, and it'll be uh $50. Can't complain with that. Just trying to get over the anxiety of going in and not knowing what they're going to do and how the pain's going to be. One of the things for me is that being a person that likes to control my reality or m- I don't like to be altered. Maybe it's some alcohol, but that's about it. I've never been a type of person that would lose who I am for anything because I don't like that feeling. I like being in control of my mind and my body. So trying to figure out what they're going to do, and I don't really want to go under because I've never actually checked to see if I'm allergic to anesthesia, but I don't think I am. I don't know. You never know until something happens. And being 42 and that at that point in your life where you're at least halfway to the end of your life. I only joke because yeah, I told my wife when I hit 40 and when she hit 40 that we have we're at least halfway there. If we're lucky, we'll get to make it to 80. So you always think about things of like, what, well, maybe I gotta worry about this, but you know, I gotta realize that I'm still young. Um, I need to take care of myself, and these are the reasons why I'm going to go do this. And I want to be here as long as I can for my wife and son and for my family and friends and for all you guys that I've become friends with on YouTube and my community. Um, so it's like you got to be healthy, you got to stay healthy. It's very, very important. I've talked about this before in the from a dad's perspective stuff. But let's see. So I'm ready. I watched a couple videos to help ease my mind. I'm gonna probably I know they're gonna do the local anesthetic to numb the area and to pull it out, and then I don't want to go under, so I'm gonna do the nitrous oxide. Um, and I might do that before they actually jam a needle in my gums to deaden the area. So that way, I'm gonna kind of in that state of not caring from what I understand. But uh afterwards, dealing with the pain, hopefully the medication and antibiotics help with all that. And then I know I'm not gonna want to eat. I'm gonna eat soft stuff. We already prepped all that stuff and um gonna be drinking a lot of water and juices. Well, not really. Maybe a little bit of juices, mainly water and Gatorade. If I feel up to it, I will try to play some Tekken. I don't know. I may just want to sleep through the whole process. So, but I'm taking off tomorrow or today, Friday. Taking off Monday, and then I'm gonna work from home on Tuesday. Because I just don't know how I'm gonna react to everything, and I want to make sure I'm not trying to work right after having oral surgery. I couldn't imagine anybody that would want to do that. But which brings me to the fact that like, why did I choose the 26th of January to get my tooth extracted? Well, my dentist, they have a oral surgeon that comes in like twice a month. And when I was gonna actually, I had the option to do this like 2 Fridays ago, but we had the freeze here where it got down to, I think it was like, man, it was in the teens at one point. Um, for a couple of days, it was fluctuating between, the 30s, 40s, down into the teens and then back. And we had to make sure that like all of our pipes were fixed and, covered, and our dogs were able to be housed inside so they wouldn't be, out in the cold out during the night. Plus, our water heater went out. So it was like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to leave my wife having to deal with all this stuff while me being completely out of it. And so I decided to move mine to the 26th, which I totally forgot that the 26th, of course, was the day Tekken 8 came out. Even though it came out Thursday at 5 p.m. if you bought it digitally, and we were playing it 10 last night tonight. I'm rusty. I really am. I've been playing other things. I haven't played Tekken for at least a couple months, and I need to get back in the groove, especially since we're going to be going to Evo. Um, I don't expect to place, but I mean, maybe make it out of the brackets. I know Gabriel got into a really good rank for um when he participated last year, so it's definitely something on my bucket list, and I really, really can't wait to go. But on top of that, we have Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I'm looking forward to because I enjoyed the Yakuza series, and I really, really enjoyed Ichiban. And now having Kiryu and Ichiban together in a game as an RPG, I'm there. I know that there's some stuff that's not cool with them adding all this microtransaction stuff or additional content that you had to pay for instead of having it where you unlock it as you go. But unfortunately, that seems to be the thing this day in this day and age with video games. I decided I'm gonna wait to pick that up, but Tekken's a must. Tekken has been the game for me, the fighting game. And I made a joke today because it was like when I was playing Tekken with Gabriel, and how the fact that this game, just from everything we've done, like played the story so far, like I think I'm on chapter 8 or 7, um, which is about where he left off. I've played a couple rounds of the arcade mode or the arcade quest or something. No, I don't think it's the arcade quest. I just think it's the arcade mode where you just play through like 7 or 8 matches and you fight Kazuya, and then you finish it and you get money to unlock different costumes. Um, this game was well done and put together compared to compared to Street Fighter 6. I'm like, oh, how can Capcom like take their flagship fighting game and just completely throw it out and not do a really good job like Harada did with and Bandai Namco with Tekken? I mean, Tekken's always been great. It's always going to be my number one fighting game. Um, I definitely will be playing this every day to get ready. I need to start practicing, learning the new skills, learning the new combos, especially for Law. I'm going to pick up June again. She was my main back in the day during Tekken Tag and Baek. So I hoping he's going to be a DLC character, but we'll see. With Eddie, I'm looking forward to checking him out. I'm glad he's back, but I don't like his hairstyle. And I know that seems to be the joke that's going around because it's like the common hairstyle that like Miles Morales had and other other characters in different genres. And I didn't, for Eddie, I never he seemed to be the guy that would do his own thing. So having him have a haircut that everybody else has just doesn't fit the character. Um, but the game looks great. It plays great. I don't know if I'm going to stick with playing with a controller or going full stick. I know that I looked on Best Buy today and you can pre-order a Tekken 5 Hori stick that looks really good. So I'm thinking about maybe pre-ordering that or picking it up whenever I get my tax return. Um, but like I guess my family's home because like that was the thing is like I think I mentioned it that they were my family wasn't yeah, my family wasn't back yet whenever I put up episode 9. They're home. It's good to have them back. It's always scary whenever they're traveling across different states and you're dealing with high altitude mountain ranges with snow. Um, we don't know what snow is here in Texas unless you're like up in the Panhandle area, maybe Dallas, Fort Worth. But here in Houston, San Antonio, the lower area, what's snow? Is that CGI stuff you see in the movies? It was great. Whenever they came home, Edward, my son, saw me and ran up and started hugging me and was crying because he hadn't seen me in, 2.5 weeks. Other than, video and whatever the pictures were. But, it's one thing seeing yourself and through a camera or talking to somebody through video chat. It's a whole other thing being in person with them. Having them back has been good. We've been trying to clean up the house and changing things and making sure that stuff is ready for me, especially considering I would be out for 4 days or hopefully 2, 3, maybe days. I don't know. Other than that, whenever they were gone, I started playing. Uh, I finished Final Fantasy 6 Pixel Remaster. I think I only have maybe 4 or 5 trophies left to finish out the game, and so I started playing through it again, and I got to the point where you're about to do the whole opera scene with Celeste and all them to get Setzer to bring the airship. Um, I know back in the day that used to be my favorite part, that whole opera scene. I love that. And then getting Setzer and the airship and going off to Vector. But what's cool is I found out that if you have a save data, um, because like one of the trophies I missed was the completing the bestiary. So I have three, I had like 302 and there was 340 or 346 or 336. I don't remember exactly what it is. But what's cool is because I saved it and had another new game, it kept that data, so I don't have to go and retrack all this stuff. So I'm hoping that's going to be the same thing for some of the treasures I missed and the locations. Um, the hidden items, those are the ones I missed. So once I get that done, I'm going to probably move over to 4 and work my way through that one and complete that. Uh, so it'll be a process until Final Fantasy Rebirth comes out, Final Fantasy 7. I am super ecstatic for that. I will be streaming that hardcore in between Tekken. Tekken actually might take a back seat for me to finish Rebirth whenever I get it. I will be doing an unboxing for that. And I know I talked about that before, but um I watched a lot of movies while they were gone. The creator was really fantastic. Let's see what else. We watched what was it me and my dad watched? Um Voyage of the Demeter. Really good. Had some complaints. They didn't really kind of follow the lore of what vampires are not able to do, and so they had some creative ideas that really kind of just don't work. Especially when Dracula is the birth of most modern lore for vampires, at least for the standard. Especially if you're going to make a film that makes it to where they're like that. And I'm not going to get too deep into it because we do talk about it on our newest podcast. Hopefully, once I'm better, I'm going to edit this and get it out. I had edited it before, but I noticed that David's audio was very low. So I'm actually having to go back and snip out his area, up his volume so it matches the rest of us. And then we did record 84 and that episode, his audio is much better. We were supposed to record tonight, but I wanted to spend time with the family and play some Tekken because tomorrow I'm going to be in pain. But we will definitely be back to getting podcasts out on a regular basis. But it's amazing like how when you're dealing with a situation, whether it be pain, a loss of someone, just difficult times in your life and how it like completely zaps your motivation for doing anything. and I keep looking at myself in the camera, I mean, and at my on my monitor instead of my camera. So I apologize if I'm not focusing on you guys as much as I should be. But it's that was part of my thing, and like it's one of those things too where I wanted to do stuff, but then I would lose motivation to do it because either the pain or just not feeling in the mood to do it. So like when I'd come home, I just want to veg out or I want to spend time with my family now. And then I'm I really want to get back on to the train of making videos and doing more of these. It's like the plan for this whole vlog series was supposed to be a weekly thing, just something to keep me going, to keep kind of like a track record of what was going on. And another video for my son and for you guys to check out and to kind of give that dad's perspective or me as a dad, and maybe give advice. Um but yeah, what else? Um, I've been playing. What else have I playing? I played. I finished. Come on, Super Mario RPG. I actually started it Saturday and finished it Sunday. Um, I mean, I've played that game so many times, so I know where everything is at, and it's not that long of a game. So, but they did a great job remaking it, and I love the new addition to the triple tech ability. Um, and it kind of made me want a sequel. I know A Thousand Year Door and the Paper Mario on the N64 are technically sequels in a way, but they're not actually made by Square in collaboration with Nintendo. Um, and I would love for an actual sequel. I'd love to have Mario and Luigi and the rest of the crew doing a new adventure. And it'd be kind of cool. Maybe you could do a RPG set in the world of Mario Wonder. Kind of a cool idea. I still need to play that, by the way. Man, there's just like so much stuff going on. I'd love to be able to play, and I want to be able to do videos. There's figures I've gotten. I haven't even done pickup videos. I'm so behind on video games monthly boxes. There's two of them right there that I need to do. I have two over here. I think I have five of them, I believe. I have this month and then like the other four from last year. I got to figure out how I'm going to make those videos. And I have a couple of things I've pre-ordered and I'm waiting for it to come in. I've been doing stuff around the house. We've been putting shelving up and I'm going to start displaying a lot of my figures, take them out of the box, put them up nice and neat, and put it up in a way so I don't have to worry about my cats jumping up on top of the shelving and knocking them down. That's going to be a process because I have like tons of figures in totes that I can't display right now, just because of the space. Um, my entire Transformer collection, I can't display. I have some figures out. I have some figures on my desk. I mean, I got Inferno over here. Of course, this is the newer version, not the original Beast Wars. Um, of course, we got. I've showed him before. He's still on my desk. I got some Macross stuff that I've gotten that I want to do a Holy Grail episode that I got some stuff that like I've been wanting since I was a child that I was lucky to be able to get. And I will. I want to do some more stuff with my son and I'm going back into things I want to do, but it is what it is. Um I do miss sitting in front of the camera. I do need to probably change my backdrop a little bit in my bedroom. I've actually thought about maybe rearranging my desk. So that way it's kind of facing the wall and the window over here versus towards my bed. Um, I gotta do some stuff with the DTOF here with the turtles. But yeah, yeah, and another thing that I was gonna add is that I found out that Advent Children is coming back to theaters the 28th and 29th of February. So right in time for Rebirth. And my buddy Edward was like, "Hey man, we need to go see this. I have that movie on DVD and Blu-ray, and I really, really enjoyed it. And to be able to go see it on the big screen is going to be fantastic." I know that Godzilla Minus One is going to go back to theaters with a black and white version. That's going to have some, some digital touch-ups because that was one of the things I really enjoyed that movie. But there was moments when certain times when Godzilla was moving that it didn't look as good. They did great with it. Giving that almost ability of having it look like a man in a suit was fantastic. There's so many great scenes in that film. I definitely want us to be able to review it, especially once my dad and David get to see it. No, I think David saw it. It's dad and Colin who haven't seen it, but it's great film, and I'm glad it's getting nominated for what, an Academy Award or an Oscar or whatever. It's great that Godzilla, who's been around since 1954, is getting his due here in the States as far as being recognized for the genre. I don't even know what it's being recognized for. I need to look into that. So behind on getting information. But yeah, so many things that we're going to be trying to do. I think the next podcast episode when we record, we're going to be reviewing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Fantastic film if you guys haven't seen it. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a revisionist history or an alternate history of a period of time during the Manson killings. It's really, really good. Um, and I just enjoy all the characters. And it's funny because David was making a comment in our podcast group. He's all like, "Oh yeah, the movie that hates on Bruce Lee," and it's like he's only in that scene for like maybe 10 minutes. Um, and it's like it's an alternate history. It's not like it's our history. So with that said, it can be a little bit different. I enjoyed it because it's good anytime to get to see Bruce Lee on anything, especially for any kind of representation. That's why I play Law and Tekken. And but yeah, man, there was like some other things I wanted to talk about, but I didn't get to write them down. Oh, one of the things that my wife got me uh for Christmas, and also just something because she knows I'm going to be going through the surgery for my teeth. It was I got the Atari Lego set. I'm super ecstatic to build that. The next one after that one, I want to get the Pac-Man arcade, the tabletop arcade. Looks great. Both of them look great, and I look forward to them doing more video game consoles. Just things from you know our gaming history, and it's great to build these things and just to see these little bitty cool Easter eggs they put in them. I love the NES. I love the question block. I still need to get the giant Bowser for my wife, and what was the other one? I need to get Peach, and then we have the Donkey Kong stuff, and it's like you got Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. This is awesome. We got Sonic. I mean, these are things we wanted as kids and or as teens, and now it's here. Legos, and like the reason why I collect Legos originally was because they're fun to build. It's just like build with your imagination. You can build what their presets are or come up with something completely different. And one of the bigger things that I used to collect for Lego, and I still do, actually, I just bought a Lego set. Like I think that same week I put out episode 9 of the vlog was the TIE bomber. And man, to have the TIE bomber, then I have the TIE fighter, I have the TIE interceptor. I don't think I have um Vader's TIE, but I'm pretty sure it'll come out. And then I'd like to get the new ship for Mando for his the Naboo starfighter. I can't remember what it's called. Too much information. Um, Actually, there's just a lot going on. Tired. It's 12:40 in the morning right now. I'm recording this, and I got to get some sleep here. Are you any of y'all picking up Tekken 8? Are you looking forward to it? What game are you looking forward to this year to picking up? Um, and if you are playing Tekken, let me know and we can play together. Um, I'm rusty as shit, but I'm still gonna keep going. I'm gonna get better. I It's one of my favorite fighting game series, as I said, and I'm happy that we have it. But in the meantime, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this brief time with me as we kind of discuss what was going on in my life for this week, and I will have my discussion of the experience of having teeth removed in the next episode. So, in the meantime, catch you later.